What a day. I've only just got back into the studio after taking a bit of a run, trying to get everything sorted. So welcome to the channel. I will put up one of these little signs before this is actually me in the studio. The studio that I was working on this morning, or earlier on this morning. Spent the whole feckin' day working on it, and then I had to go back and get changed and then drive back again to the studio. But here I am. I've only got two people waiting. Shout out who you are, and hi. Oh, I'm knackered. That was hard work. There's only one left. Someone's left. Anyway, I'm going to do this. That'll do me for the time being. That is my little construction business. That's the logos of my construction company. So, welcome guys. Today we are going to talk, and it's probably the wrong sort of... Thank you, Flaming Anvil. Anyone in the thing? Hi Jay, how you keeping, mate? It's been such a day today. Trying to work on so much, trying to get my ass into gear and get back, get changed, and now trying to keep the... I've been playing Spotify all day while I was working on this stuff here. This is the new back studio. This is the new podcast room that I've been working on. What do you think? Now you see this little bit here up above the ceiling. You'll not see that. It's just the way I have the camera done. I should actually put it up like so and try and see if I can get the stand like so. But I don't know. Yeah, no, I think it's quite cool. Would you believe it's fencing? It's the stuff that we use when we're doing fence panels for clients on, separate their house. Hello, Jeepers, Florida, a Floridian. Jeepers, you're more than welcome. I'm trying to set up a new camera angle. This is really amateur of me. I normally am quite prepared to have a talk. Jay, not bad. Yeah, this is my construction company. I'm going to have a big logo on here, so it's going to be known as the podcast of the Business of Business with Big Al and Co. But I'll just put up my construction site thing for the time being. So, how are you all? How's it all going? What are we going to talk about tonight? So while people are joining us, and they will join us, we will probably start and ask you guys, number one, why are you on my channel? Number two, what do you want to know? If there's anything you want to know about the business, explain to yourself if you don't know who I am. So my name is Alan Castle, and I am an entrepreneur. Not just an entrepreneur, I'm a successful business person who has 33 years of experience of both the highs and, of course, the very lows. So I have been both at the top and I've been at the lowest point as well, as in points of suicide where I didn't want to live any longer because I felt I was such a failure in life. So I'm quite experienced. I'm trying to get this sorted out, this bloody thing. The stand doesn't go up without making me look like I'm looking above you all. This is not good. This is a bad omen, guys. This is a bad omen. Anyway, would rather watch a Trigo or a Negro. Well, hell, listen. You bad boy. That's not nice. Shut you up. You done it, not me. I didn't understand. Shut you up. Trying to take the mick out of me. Someone said about, that was you. T-Rent, you're being a dick. There was someone earlier on my previous live when I was trying to do this studio. He was being a bit of a dick too. And he said, who farted or something? Yeah, stop it. Anyway, thanks T-Rent, you wee bugger. So, I heard I'm sad now. Okay, why are you sad, Mike? Well, I like to think I am a cool guy. Anyway, guys, we're going to talk a bit about making dough, making money. Now, some of you guys are American, so I may not be helping you with the UK laws and the US laws because I don't know much about it. Speaking of which, guys, you got a new president soon. How are you feeling about all that? It's pretty. Is it for the best? Is it for the worst? What is it? What's going on with it? I don't know if you've got a good thing happening or a bad thing happening. But yeah, new president. Crikey. Hope he does you well. And then suck a lollipop while I'm getting embarrassed by you, T-Rent. Anyway, so listen, guys, I want to talk about making money online. So normally I sell on eBay, I sell on Amazon. We've started the transition from eBay onto other platforms recently, and we've had some quite pretty good green shoot success from it. Now, sadly, we had to lay off 3 staff there recently because of the losses on eBay. Now, I'm not going to tell you any fibs on this. eBay have really knocked the shite clean out of my business recently. My sales are down about 50% from what they used to be. Whether we put a sale on or not, there's just no one buying. And it's on eBay only because we're selling on other platforms and they seem to be always. So I have no idea what anyone else is experiencing when it comes to this, but I'm seeing a major drop in sales. Now, the good news is that I own a rental company, I own this construction business, and I've also got this online media company that I've just formed. Now, there's only 11 people joined us after 6 minutes. It's quite low. So my subscribers mustn't be on looking at my channel. Is there anyone that's in here chatting? Because it seems to be quite low at the minute. Anyway, it's quite weird why it's so low. Maybe there's something going wrong. So anyway, I wanted to talk to you about that transition. Could be feeding time, yeah. Jay, I've lived off eBay for on and off for the 20 odd years. And in that time, I've noticed that there's never really been a major pitfall. There's been lows and highs, but this has been a constant low now for the last, it's coming up to now 30 days that I used to make around 3 grand a day in sales. And I'm only getting approximately £1,000 at the minute a day in sales, which is absolutely feckin' ridiculous. I've no idea why. Can anyone else tell me, are you getting the problem? Now, is anyone here from America? Can talk to me and tell me, are you getting the same problem if you're working on eBay in the States? Are you getting the drop in the sales? I don't know. I'm logging onto my computer. Yeah, crikey means that you're from the UK, Jay, yeah? Are you? You from the UK? So anyone that's just joining me, hello, I see you all joining, you're coming on, you're going off, I see you going up, going down, going up, going down. Now I'm used to about 60, 70 people coming in roughly about this time into the thing. So it's quite slow and quite quiet today. Feeding time must be. I might change the time or I might even change the day, the regular day to see how it goes. But what I don't want to do is I don't want to interrupt other people who are eBayers that have got their standard set protocol for talking about eBay. There's a couple of them do it on Sunday, and I like to think, there you go, Jay, yep, you're from the UK, my eBay is growing, but paying an awful lot in promoted listing fees. eBay seem to be pushing promoted in their PPC hard. Yeah, well, I'm not doing that. And I have a funny feeling that I'm being screwed as a consequence of not pushing promoted listings. So I don't know. I don't know if I'm being screwed. I mean, having £3,000 reduced down to 1,000 and you've got 8 staff and then you have to make a cut and you have to make redundant 3 of them staff. That's not good. I do have other businesses that make money, but there's no point this time me taking the money from one account or one business and paying another one's losses. I have to get out of my way to go, right, that's it. It either makes itself or it doesn't make at all. I can't afford to keep pushing money into other businesses that are failing because I'll end up failing the other businesses as well. Now, Glenhouse 46, are there too many sellers on some platforms and not enough buyers? Some saying that about Etsy. I actually think it's with eBay too. Yeah, Jay. I think I don't know. I used Etsy initially for about a month, and it has massively failed. And it failed because they weren't fucking paying me, and they weren't giving us the money. So what I decided to do was, that's it. I've done enough of that. I'm not going to keep going with Etsy, and I cancelled it. And as I let it go, thinking I'll not make any sales, if you need any AI stuff, Busy Slim. Listen, I'll talk to you. I'll talk a bit in the channel about this AI thing that I'm interested in. I'm actually looking to start an AI company, and I'm looking to invest. Tisbigs, that's what we're talking about right now. How are my eBay accounts doing? So my sales last year, this time last year, last year, a month ago in December the 15th, we were making an average of $3,000 a month, maybe two and a half to, or sorry, not $3,000, $3,000 a day. And our sales were roughly about, it's all right, Tisbigs, everyone's just joining. It seems to be quite a slow day today. So I've noticed that my sales have dropped from $3,000 a day down to £1,000 a day. There was a couple of them, it was only £700 for the day. And that just doesn't even pay staff. You know, all my staff get an average of 100 to 120 a day. And that wouldn't even pay the staff. Yeah, Tisbigs. But it's hard to realize that there's a possibility it's a lull, or it's them feckers in eBay who are now going out of their bloody way to actually make more rules and regulations that's really killing their own business. I don't know what's going on in America. Please, guys, talk to me about that. In America, I've been looking on the American resellers, eBay sites and Amazon sites, and there seems to be people doing quite well. And I'm wondering, is it, hi Lex, how are you doing, darling? Hi Les, what are you keeping, mate? The freak. You know, Vinted is killing eBay, and eBay are regulating the shit clean out of it to compete. And they're killing us because they've killed me in Northern Ireland for the GPSR. I got an email today from eBay saying that I wasn't compliant with one of my sales, and they took it off and cancelled the sale because it wasn't GPSR compliant. It was going to my own country, and it was banned because it wasn't GPSR compliant. Yeah, see, Les, I agree with you. The free listings, but they're changing that next month. They're going to start charging the buyer for the fees. So the buyer's going to pay a flat fee of, if I remember, it's 4%, and then they're going to charge a 75 pence charge per item, which means it's going to cost, for every 20 quid, it's going to cost 149 in fees. So when the customer's buying, yeah, the buyer protection, there is a buyer protection fee, Jay, on eBay. I don't know what the hell these boys in eBay are talking about, but they're starting to say that they're going to start charging for it. Yeah, and it has had an effect. You're absolutely right, Les. It has had an effect on my sales. I have made major losses this last 4 weeks, and it doesn't seem to be lifting. Now, if anyone is lifting out of it, I am down 60 to 75% in sales. And I had in December the 15th, 8 staff. I have 5 staff working on my eBay accounts now. I had to close an entire depot down, and all the stock then had to be concentrated over to the new depot. The new depot was a bigger place, and it had a storage facility that could take on 2 depots into one. So that was very sad, but seems to be eBay. Now, I have went to a couple, there's a guy called Retro Reselling. Anyone know him? If anyone knows him, just say, yep, you know him. Retro Reselling, great little reseller. He does maybe 100, 150 pounds a day on an eBay. He's full-time, gave up his full-time job, and he's eBay selling. He was making sales of £30 a day from eBay. You can't do that. You can't. And eBay feel they're not responsible for the livelihoods of other people, but they have directly lost the sales of my company that much that I had to lay off 3 staff. There are 3 people on the unemployment line because of the bad decisions of eBay. And that's not good either. It's not good for me as a businessman. As a businessman, I should be able to see that stuff coming and be able to go, right, I'm not in that position where I have to pay people off. I should have other companies and other things going as a consequence of that. But I didn't. There you go. Tis big, you are right. A lot of private sellers are actually selling. Yeah. Now, I'll let you into a wee secret, guys. I started one of my own private selling accounts to see if it was actually true. And I started selling a few things, like a few cars and that sort of stuff. And I noticed it was free. However, I wasn't making as much money though. If I was making 50 quid a week, that was it. Selling, I've had a stock of, I put on a listing of about 300 pounds of stock and I made 50 quid a week. And I just thought, it's not for me because I'm at my limit already. And I thought, it's not for me. So I just got rid of the stock and put them back on the corporate accounts using a transfer thing. But, so the private accounts may do zero fees, but they don't give you the same level of sales. However, the business accounts are down 75%. Yeah, they don't. I think that the private sellers are not getting the same visibility. I was talking to another guy last week, Leslie, you remember him. He worked with me in the factory years ago when I was trying to rebuild my life as an engineer. And the guy was started off a business and he's give up his job. He welds brackets and shelves. He's a good lad, right and business savvy. But sadly, he ended up he's selling on private accounts. But he was wondering why he was at a limit of about £1,000 a month of sales. That's no good to anyone. 1,000 quid. I mean, you put your net profit on it and you got your tax out of it. You're probably talking, what, £200 or £300? Shit, you can't make money on that. And the revenue, the UK revenue, yeah, it is big. No, I don't use any of their AI tools. Yeah, private accounts visibility is prominent unless you promote. You see, there it is, Jeffrey. You've said it in one. You have said it in one, where the private accounts are, they're fee-free, but you still have to pay to promote. I think they're taking the promotions away, by the way, Jeffrey. I believe they're taking the promoted listings away so that it's just business account. Yeah, they're marketing tools, yeah. Now, the AI stuff that you guys were talking about, Everest probably, I have no idea, Texas. The AI stuff that you guys are talking about, there are some new capabilities that are coming in with the eBay, but there's a lot more channels, a lot more progress being done elsewhere. We've moved some of our business onto a place called OnBuy. Does anyone guys know who OnBuy are? I think they're big in America, but we've done them here, and we're selling batteries that eBay won't let me sell. So eBay have prevented me from selling a thing called an 18650 battery. They use them for vapes and they can use them for torches. Now, these batteries are quite good, but according to eBay, the 18650, which is the measurement, yeah, it is big. Take a look at onbuy.com or onbuy.co.uk. They charge 25 quid a month, and I get revenue now since I started doing it list from last week. I was talking about going on to OnBuy. I'm now doing revenue. It's roughly about 400 a week already. Now, that's good as far as I'm concerned for the stock that we put on it. And we're selling Samsung batteries. We're selling OnBuy, or we're selling 18650 batteries. Yeah, 400 quid's not bad. Can't be chirped at. But that's the problem. I'm trying to build my business back from the eBay losses. And I was telling you guys last week that I still believe that eBay is the way forward. And this week, after trying to do promoted listings this week, I still haven't made any sales. We're still averaging about £1,000 a day, which is no good to me. I mean, yeah, no, for OnBuy, 400 quid's fucking brilliant, guys. It's absolutely superb. So what I'm doing is I'm challenging myself to go out of my comfort zone, away from the titty that is feeding me the milk for the last 24 years. It's subsided it is managed to keep my businesses afloat by using them as an extracurricular activity on selling when I owned retail businesses. And then when I left the retail and closed down all my 17 shops, I just sold on eBay. And it was good money. It was good money. I was doing quite well. And to my height, only 2 months ago, I was doing, 3,000 a day. That, over that, it was a lot of money. It was a lot of money. I think we were coming close to the £1 million mark with eBay. Now, I needed 12 channels for that, guys, to get £3,000 a day. 12 different eBay accounts using a software program called InkFrog. And that InkFrog allows you to transfer and cross-connect your stock and put it on the same channels, try and sell it twice and 3 times on the same account. eBay frowned upon that, but yeah. There's Jeffrey. Private accounts should also remember that all platforms are mandated report accounts exceeding indicated limits of 1,220 items a year to HMRC. I'm already aware of that now, Jeffrey. InkFrog, yeah, InkFrog. INK frog. They're pretty good. And yeah, HMRC have already contacted me and said you were selling this and this and this. Hi, Cam. And that's not good. That's a terrible thing. That you can't even sell. That's it, Tiz Biggs. Take a look at it. Inkfrog.com. No, not Inkfog. Ink ribbit, as in the frog. Inkfrog.com. If you want, I'll put it in the description. I think I've got loads of videos on my channel about Inkfrog. They're a cross-connector, and they're pretty good. Yes, that's it, Jay. Inkfrog.com. All right. So where am I? Where am I today? I don't know where you guys are, but this is what I'm doing. All right, Cam. Any free tools for eBay? I use several free tools. We love ChatGPT. And the reason why is because it's really, really good at working out the description really quickly. It saves us about 5 minutes rating out these horrible descriptions. We just copy and paste the description in the thing when we're doing the listings. Most of our listings we do with eBay. Okay, let me just, let me stop on you, Joshua. I'll come back to you in a minute, mate. So we do things like ChatGPT is one of our biggest things that we've advanced on. It has shortened down our listing time by about 5 minutes per listing. And every member of staff does about 30 to 35 listings a day. It doesn't matter the price. The listings are about 30 to 35 a day. So that, and now, since we've been on by the way, guys, on buy is actually quicker on its listing. Our average listing time with on buy is about 5 minutes, whereas with eBay, it's approximately 13 minutes without the AI tool. The AI tool was down to about 8 minutes. If you ain't simpling, you ain't pimping. Okay, that's cool. Anyway, Joshua, have you any advice for a young man wanting to get into exporting sports merchandise? Where are you from, Josh? Where are you from? Because I can give you advice if you're in the UK. I can't give you advice if you're in the States, mate. I'm not a Brit. If you look, I'm from Northern Ireland. I got a Northern Irish accent. Is it common for other settings you use? Can I speed that whole process? Would it? Not really. All you do is you copy and paste the actual item of the title that you've done into it. Ah, you're from the dub. That's the boy. That's the lad. I like the dubs. Anyway, what farm are you from? The south or the north? Because the north you're a bit harder, and the south, or maybe you're in the center, are you? Anyway, where can I purchase stock? Oh, I know a place where you can purchase stock if you're from Dub. I know the freaking. Oh, you're from the. You're M25. Head out towards. Oh shite! I think it's heading out towards Galway, the road to Galway, and there's a place called Wilson's Auctions. They sell shoes, and you get them for cheap, like €2 or €3 a pair, of shoes that are no longer selling in the retail outlet. And I drove down to Dub, and I bought about 300 pairs of shoes. I'm still selling them this day. I bought them about a year and a half ago. And they still make me 40 to 50 quid a pop. Major profit. Wilson's Auctions, outside Dublin, off the M25. According to the movie Braveheart, you're British. Oh? Since when? Now, I shiz you not, you're wrong. Britain is made up of England, Scotland, and Wales. I'm Northern Irish, and that is what the United Kingdom is. Our little country makes up the United Kingdom. When we talk about the UK, that includes my little country, my little piece of green turf. So you're wrong. Scotland is what you're talking about, kiddo, and that is Britain. There you go. So get your geography right. Well, Joshua, Manchester, listen, there's another place across, not far from Manchester. You've got to head towards Wales. It's a place called Queensferry. Yeah, stop wasting Al's time. Thanks, mate. No, look, mate, I'm only joking. Yeah, I just love geography, and I think everyone should get it right. Hey up, aye. How you doing, meatloaf? How you keeping, mate? Good of you coming back. Listen, Manchester, Joshua, there's a wee place in a place called Queensferry. Look it up. Would you believe? It's the same place that I told Tisbigs in Dub. There's an auction house. They're selling Royal Mail returns. They've got a massive place, and you can get everything for an average of 50 pence each. And they sell British Royal Mail returns in their cartload. I buy Royal Mail returns in Northern Ireland, and these guys do it in Queensferry, and you can buy a massive cartload worth about, don't forget the light, guys. Oh, thanks, meatloaf. And they sell a cartload of stuff that are in and around, I think it's about 500 quid plus fees, about 700 quid, and you'll make about 5 grand on it. Al gave no time to help Herbs as well as e-commercial account. What does that mean? I didn't get that. Al gave no time to help. Sorry, buddy, I didn't get that. So you're more than welcome to retype that. So, yeah, Amazon. See the Amazon returns, I shit you not. They're not as good. They're faulty shit. But the stuff that you get from post office undeliverables are brand new stock that hasn't been tested. It's stuff that they tried to deliver to the customer. Where in NI does Royal Mail returns? Dunmurray. No, Dunmurray, sorry. Newton Abbey. Yeah, Newton Abbey. So I go and buy them from Newton Abbey. I buy batteries from Newton Abbey as well, which is quite cool. I shouldn't tell you that, Jeff Duke. I shouldn't be telling you that. It's a trade secret. Anyway, that's my bloody honesty. Let me just see. You must be harder than all the red tape bureaucratic crap you have to deal with in Europe. No, I'm getting shit here. But BB Darman 44, I am getting shit right here for GPSR. GPSR is a European regulation. Because I live on this little turf of Northern Ireland, I am a part of the Windsor framework, which means I have to abide by the European law. You're very welcome, Tisbigs. If you ever want to talk to me, you give me a shout, mate. You can just text me, Capitalism is its finest. There you go. I shit you not. You're funny, mate. Anyway, Jeff, just take a look. There's other things you can do. I've got some really good places for reach out. So, Jeff, I assume you're from Northern Ireland, are you, mate? No, Johnny Dean, there's a great one there. Have you looked into GPSR exemptions? Well, so when GPSR came into place by about December the 15th there, or December the 13th, I tell you lie, December the 13th, eBay decided not to go ahead and enforce it. Then, well, they did. They enforced it fully, sorry, I tell you lie. 7 days thereafter, I started seeing sales from Northern Ireland. 21 days later, I've now started seeing exemptions coming in. And the exemptions that are coming in are a fecking nightmare. Because eBay are sending me emails saying, you've just sold that item to a person in Northern Ireland and you're not exempt from the GPSR, so we're going to cancel the sale and we're going to tell the seller to sod off. And that's in Northern Ireland. So I don't know. Oh, are you from Banbridge? So you're saying Banbridge here, Al? My eBay's dead here, but last 3 weeks have been, right, yeah, I had the lurgy too. I'm only recovered from it too. But yes, it's not been 3 weeks for me. It's been 4 weeks for me now. Since eBay done the GPSR, my sales went. Go and have a look, mate. Yeah, you know Newton Abbey, you know the Royal Mail place. You know, reach out to them. They'll tell you where they sell them to. Anyway, yeah. So the eBay thing, it is Tisbigs. It is affecting Northern Ireland because I had to. They cancelled a sale with me from someone from just down the road where I live, and I couldn't sell it to them because it was GPSR failed because I didn't put GPSR systems up. So I got slapped, and they said they weren't going to enforce any regulations, which they didn't, but they stopped the sale. So they are watching it and they're trying to dig down on it. You know, you kind of think it's a bit feckin' stupid, guys. You know, just restrict your listens to the UK only. No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to abide by these fucking regulations. Excuse my language. Shouldn't be swearing. There's probably children about. But it really offends me. It offends me, this GPSR, because I live in the United Kingdom. I am the United Kingdom. Why the hell should I abide? Why should we Northern Irish people abide by the regulations that are set out in the European Union that we Brexit? Now, don't get me wrong, I didn't vote for Brexit, but I am having to abide by the UK regulations. Why do I have to abide both UK and EU regulations when I'm only in one union? So, Mr. Plaid, do I like fish and chips? No. I like chips, I don't like fish and chips. Most fish and chips places are shite. Anyway, where are we, guys? So what do you think of my new studio? I'm trying to get my new studio operation for the new podcast. You're down 30%. I'm down more. As I was just telling before you came on, I was doing approximately 3,000 a day in sales. We're down to about $1,000 in sales. If it wasn't for Amazon, it'd be less. So not good. It's all about the address your posts until EV. Oh, that looked important, Tisbigs. NASK, because Brexit is not proper. Yeah, NASK, you're absolutely spot on, kid. You're absolutely spot on. Brexit is a concern for me. Because if we all in the UK had to deal with GPSR regulations, we wouldn't have lost anything. There'd have been no division. You know, so we were still a part of the EU, there'd be no division, and everyone would have had to abide by GPSR, and it would have been much more of a great transition. Germany's having major problems, I understand. They're having difficulties, a lot of them are not willing to do it. Whoever drops it, Brexit, you're absolutely right, Onyx. Yeah. Do you have all your So Jeff, you've asked me about I sadly have 17,000 products. So the answer to your one is absolutely not. I cannot update 17,000 products with 5 staff. We worked it out with 8 staff. It would take me 4 years to do the GPSR. Currently, that's them just working full time doing GPSR standards. And that's the problem. Brexit trashed Europe trade for the last company I work for. We're selling mobile phones, tablets to Europe, and RMA's got charged customs fees far too often with the right paperwork. You're absolutely right. We can't get returns back. Customs fees are a fecking curse. Up the Irish. I'm Scottish. I love my Celtic brothers. Well, here's a question. Onyx, you're a Scotsman. You're a Scotsman. Answer this one. What part of Scotland is Scottish? The word Scotland is Scottish. The answer is none of it. Because Scotland came from the Scotia clan. And the Scotia clan are from Larne, would you believe? And they travelled across on a little boat and they founded Scotialand. And so there you go. It's actually Irish or Northern Irish. So Larne was the ferry, and that's where the Scotia clan went back and forth. We were from Larne. It was founded by Larne people. There you go. There's an interesting point to note. Anyway, we're talking about money here, guys. We're talking about how to make money for everybody. Jeff, how many sales are you doing, kid? What are you doing in regards to product listings? How are you getting on with that? Products already listed for sale before December 13th don't have to comply with GPSR. Anything you do, list it. James, not true. That is something that eBay say, and then they don't fucking know what they're doing. So what they've done is they cancelled one of my sales with a product that was listed back before December 13th and said it wasn't compliant. So they cancelled the sale to the customer in Northern Ireland, down the road from where I live, 3 miles in Newry, outside Newry, and they went ahead and cancelled it because they said that that product was not GPSR recognised or had no had to get authentication for GPSR and was not a thing. So they basically went, nah, you're not selling that to someone down the road, 3 miles. I tried to reach out to the customer and said, well, I want to do it through eBay. So we ended up losing the sale. I would have drove it down to them. So that's the way it is. I phoned eBay and they told me the same, but are well known for telling tips. Bravo, James. That's. I keep telling that to my staff. They're lying bastards. They are liars. The eBay staff will tell you anything to get you off the phone. Like, oh, we've refunded that scammer customer. You will see the money come into your account in the next 2 days. You call them and said, that never money came into my account. And they're like, oh, we'll do something about it now. Third time, hasn't come in my account. Oh, yeah, we see it now. We'll get it sorted for you. eBay are good at telling you they give you a refund to the customer, or they'll give you your money back when someone scammed you and you don't get the money back. They're fibbers, they're liars. And I've tried to tell this to the staff a lot of times, and they actually, some of my staff believed it for a time. You know who you are if you're watching it. No, I don't know if my staff are watching this. They kind of get enough of my shite every day, so they don't particularly want to do it. Jeff, you are only in the middle of 1,500 listings. That's a lot of listings, mate. Want to break out of the 1,500 because just 1,000 listings to keep me under the 1,500 limit isn't enough coming in. Sell mainly close. Oh, do you, Jeff? You sell close. I got loads of close. I sell shitloads of clothes. If you were starting eBay again now, would you use eBay? Yes, Tisbigs, I would. Because the only thing that I wouldn't do with Tisbigs, he's asked that question, if I was starting eBay again now, would I use eBay again? The answer is yes, but I wouldn't depend on them. Because I've been, as I say, I've been sucking on the teat so long, I'm in my comfort zone. And I was getting quite good money out of it, and I kind of started depending on it. When the Amazon gave me a bit of crap, I went, sure, I've got eBay, you know. Yeah, the high return rate and the high having to promote sucks. I agree with that one. We got scammed last week with a customer who was reselling my products, guys. They bought one of my cars and sold it to a customer in Spain for a higher price. We sent it to England. It got there very quickly. And the customer sent it on to Spain. By the time it got to Spain, it was destroyed. The car was absolutely a mess. It was a 120 quid car. And it's a toy car, one of them. You see it, Tisbigs. Good video. And the bastards in eBay decided to give us their customer the refund. It took us 3 calls to get the money back. I bought a bike chain from eBay, left a review, said I'm blown away with this product. And they banned me for life. I challenged it to, and they sent a long email saying, you need to protect or protext. I don't know what that means, Onyx, but I think I know where you're coming from. And protect the customers. Yeah. You see, last year, and Jeff, you remember this, or Tisbigs, I don't know if you remember this too. And there's a couple of other people here that are eBayers, and you'll say to yourself, I remember last year when they said, we're seller orientated. And I was like, well done, you lot. You know, and they really did do a massive effect on trying to get sellers involved. They set people up with a seller forum. I wasn't invited. I probably wasn't good enough to be invited. They seem to don't like me. I don't know why they don't like me. Maybe because I sit and talk shit about eBay all the time. But they kind of don't like me. I don't know why, because I would be an ambassador of eBay. But they brought on Nick and Andrea, and anyone knows Nick and Andrea from England. I think it's just because they're English. Because there is no Northern Irish reps that I know in the Northern Irish eBay Council. There is no Northern Irish eBay Council. But anyway, back to the scenario that we were talking about there. We talked about, there's one there. James, businesses should note section 7 of this guidance, which the details transitional measures and GPSR, including that regulation, applies only to products placed on the market from December the 21st. Yeah, I agree. Look. I don't know if you know this. If you go look at my videos, I've been moaning about GPSR about 5 months ago. I was the leading speaker on eBay and GPSR because I was the most effective. I probably would have lost the most. And I have. 20% of my sales were Northern Irish, and I've lost them. So I'm down 75%. If everyone else is down 50% and they didn't depend on Northern Ireland, that means that that's the equivalent of why I've lost 75% of my sales. $3 grand. Is that 75%, guys? £3,000 a day down to £1,000 a day. I think that's 3,000 quid. Anyway, so moving on. They have made a lot of things and they've said a lot of things, but they seem to be on their own law, James. eBay are not going by the law. They're going by what they're trained for. The first week they did GPSR, and it was like a full ban for the first week, and then they let it all go, and now they started slowly crushing in on anything that's GPSR related. And I think as time progresses, I believe that we're going to end up with more transitional eBay messages stating that I'm in breach of GPSR regulations. Will I comply? No, I'm not going to comply. I won't do it. Because if you look at Amazon, I've had a few emails from Amazon, but my sales have not dropped down. And I'm still selling to Ireland without any problem. Selling books to Ireland. So you tell me, guys. I don't get it. One rules for one platform, one rules for another. It just depends on how interested they are in regulating. And eBay are going, oh, we're going to be busy on regulation and keep ourselves on the right side of the law, whatever it is. But it ends up being problems. The word in such buggery, trust the EU. something so confident. I agree. I don't understand the sense in this digitalization of products. I mean, you know, I agree with quality work. I hate Temu. I think Temu is a bloody curse. I wish to God the Chinese would wise up and put safe products on the markets. But what is this about? What is this about? Not get a holiday cottage in Omeath. I own properties just outside Omeath. I don't need holiday cottages. I've got my own properties. I wouldn't mind buying one in Omeath, but I don't know how it's going to change. There's a big thing going across the water where them soldiers were attacking the IRA. Do you remember that? That big bridge. That's going to change, I think, for Omeath. I think Omeath's going to go boom. It's going to be an explosion. Jay, so if you get out of stock, sign listed December 13th, restock now. You see, yeah, narrow water, Johnny, you're right. James, you asked that question about Jay, get stock sign. If you stock out something and it was listed before, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I've got a piece of stock that stayed listing. We listed it in June of this year. And it was exempt. Or not exempt, it was banned. They banned it. They didn't give a shit. That was done in in June of this year. And eBay banned it. Today, this morning, or yesterday, last night. Can't remember when they done it. But they banned it. And they cancelled the sale for Northern Irish customer 3 miles down the road from me in Newry. You tell me. I don't know what's going on. They're not supposed to. They're supposed to look at the listing and say, well, December the 13th, as far as I'm concerned, is exempt. But they didn't. They banned it. So it's the plonkers that are working on this as banned it. So I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to deal with it. It's one of them things. So anyway, we're 43 minutes into the show. I'm not going to spend any more than an hour talking today because I want you all to go and enjoy your Saturday. Let's have a look. Did I get my money back from the eBay from the card Tisbigs? Yes, eventually. I got my money back after 3 complaints to eBay. They gave me finally my refund, less my 2% promoted fee for Google. They didn't give that back to me, but that's okay. But they didn't give me the postage back that I paid to post it. So, you know, we lost the money anyway all the time. And the car's fecked. Remember that, guys. The car is buggered. So I can't sell it again to make my money. I only got the money back that they took off me that the customer paid. No, that's right. So I did get paid for it. I'm trying to work that out myself. I'm starting to lose the head. How did you win the case? By constantly going on. If you look, we were on the phone 3 times. It cost us and my staff 3 hours of our life to get that back. So there's staff labor as well at £15 an hour, £13 an hour, sorry. So yeah, to be honest, I still stuff. Jay, you still stuff in the UK with only small amounts. When I find some time I get compliant, but it's not a business priority. Yeah, I can't afford to make it compliant, guys. It's going to take me 5 years, 4 years, 5 years. So what I've decided was that any new listing we do, instead of it being 15 minutes per listing now, We use AI for the description, and then we try and put GPSR in as much as we can to fill it in to stay compliant. So you're seeing some of my new products going in with compliancy, but no, it's still staying that way. What I meant was not to ease things, to dispatch from Republic of Ireland. Johnny, listen, mate, you know what I'm doing? If a customer buys from me from the ROI, from the Republic of Ireland, I just go across to Omeath and post it through Ampost, because we don't get charged customs charges or have, because if we sell it through Royal Mail and they send it to Ampost, the Northern or the Irish customs stamp it and go, you haven't paid customs and we're not paying you. So we stop doing that and we just drive across, because I'm only 3 miles from the border. So we drive across every week and post the books. It's only books over to the Republic of Ireland. And it is more expensive, but the customer from the ROI has already paid the 6-7 quid that Ampost takes. So there's no profit in it. I'm just providing a service. So there it is. I had a case like that before. You can prove that they shipped it on to third party and get your money back, but it takes a lot of time. Yeah, it does. It takes a lot of fucking time, and it's not fair, but there are people scamming. Have you noticed, so you're South Armagh, man. I am actually Newry. Yes, so that's South Armagh. No, it's not South Armagh, actually. It's down where we are. Yeah, we are Newry and Down and Mourne. Nice place. I've got a few properties in. Take a look at the video on the mill. I've got a mill that I bought, big flax mill. Take a look at it, John. It's quite cool, man. Yeah. The future, is it eBay? Still yes. Is it going to be prominent version of eBay? No. I don't think we're going to have a business that we can depend on anymore and say, I am doing eBay and I've left my full-time job. I think that's coming to an end. And you're mute. The Clannery border is on the border and on the Armagh side myself. All right, okay, you're not far from me. You're not far from me at all. So I don't feel that eBay is going to be our future, guys. Amazon, OnBuy, Vinted, Etsy, everything is our future. We're going to have to find a new form of cross-connecting all of them onto one. And that's the way, they're a nightmare. They are a nightmare, mate. Where do I source my books? I carry, have you seen any of my videos on books? Look how many books I have. I can't really tell you where I source my books because I get them for about 50 pence each. So I can't tell you. Because if I do that, I'm having to buy them for £1 each, which would double my thing and then half my profit. So sorry, mate. I've got about 60,000 books in stock. And it's hard enough to do it, so I can't tell you where I source it from. There's a big mountain of them unprocessed and I still haven't got around to fitting them or putting them onto Amazon. Because I don't know the future of Amazon. Amazon can be tight as well. Trump and Elon are like Batman and Robin. Are they? Well, you've got Rox, are you from America? Congratulations on getting Trump elected. He's a good man. Okay? I don't know, is he? I don't know. We've got our own shitty politicians here in Northern Ireland. Up for that, guys. They voted us in for GPSR for another 4 years, and they didn't speak to anyone that's involved. No stakeholders at all. No one was voted. All the people in Stormont decided, oh, fuck it, let's just vote the European Union rules in for another 4 years. I went to the MLAs and they didn't give a shit. I am from Northern Ireland, and some people here are also from Northern Ireland. We've got about 5 of us here in the team. Would you be willing to do a workshop to help? Of course I would. That is not even a question. And you're right, Jeff. Politicians here don't give a flying. Yep, I'm happy to help you, mate. I'm happy to help anyone that wants any mentoring on how to make money. Giles, people need to get savvy about sourcing, get Googling. See Leslie here. I don't know if anyone knows Leslie. Leslie